our Tremolo series.
In this series, we're going to share with you tremolo pedals by some of our favorite manufacturers.
Thanks for joining us. On today's episode of PJ and the Beard, we're taking a look at a pedal from a company we have not had any experience with yet. But before we get into that, I'd like to ask you to consider subscribing to the channel, clicking on the notification bell. Your interaction with us helps us interact with great people in the industry. In this case, we went to our friends at Zzounds again, and we got in the arcade audio cheat code. Neither one of us are gamers, but we were going to go grab one of our son's controllers because they basically, in their description, are like A, B, 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 C, A+C. They're trying to find you the cheat codes to get to the next level. So Arcade Audio calls it the cheat code and had that in their pros. So we're going to try the Tremolo. There's a shocking thing, right? We have series that just never end. Right. We just keep adding to them. And in this case, we got it in this lovely, magnetized box. There you go. And so the Beard's going to tell you a little bit about our little tiny friend here.
Those magnetized boxes are really popular for small pedals that come from China.
Yeah, we had one other that was in there.
There's a couple brands.
Okay.
And there does seem to be some
similarities in form factors.
Yes, between some of those brands. Mm-hmm. So anyway, one of the reasons we got this, first of all, frequently I'll go to Zzounds and just type in Tremolo to see what tremolos they have that we haven't done in the series that we could get in. And the arcade audio pedals on Zzounds run $44.95. And you had said that sometimes right now while we're shooting this, there's a deal where you get like
the power supply and the daisy chain for free. It's like $21 extra, but it's free.
Right. You can't beat that.
Right.
So I think they're great entry. I mean, at that price point, it's an inexpensive price point that makes it really good for people that want to try it, maybe an effect they haven't tried before. So I was like, well, we ought to check one of these out. I've noticed them a couple times. I'm like, let's check out, and why not start with the Tremolo series? So you've already heard the pedal. There's 3 knobs on the pedal. We're going to get into it. This hopefully will go kind of quick. We have a depth knob, a bias knob, and a speed knob, I believe.
I would confirm that, but I decided to put the guitar on right now. Depth, bias, and speed. Yes, you got it right.
So depth is pretty self-explanatory, right? So the higher you turn it up, the more depth you're going to get out of your tremolo. Speed, higher you turn it up, the faster it's going to get. Bias is kind of a weird name. I'm not sure we've done other tremolo. We've done other tremolos with bias settings on them.
Right.
But to me, the bias almost sounds like you're kind of going between this probably isn't right. Almost like a sine wave to a square wave. What it's doing is playing with the amount of time that the tremolo, like as you turn it off, I think it's squishing that wave together, making more off time between. Mm-hmm. So if you have the depth up really high and you crank the bias up, you're going to get kind of a choppier sound. But we're going to show you all those things. Where should we start?
We started by me dusting off the Revolta Mondata 8 with the DLS Echo Tour and the Tyler JT22. It's on.
Is the Echo Tour on?
No, it is not.
Whoa. Do we want it on? Or
I don't know. I guess we'll leave it off for now.
We'll leave the Echo Tour on.
Say that out loud. It'd be like him not using reverb. But anyway, the Revolta Mondata, all the pickups because I can. Nothing wrong with that.
I love this guitar, but I can never remember.
I know they're on because I was tapping the.
Okay.
I was tapping.
I'm looking at. There's 2 switches on it. Mm-hmm. Check out the Mondata. That's cool.
That's right.
But I always got to refresh my memory. All right, so
this is set the way you did the intro clip right now.
Right. So we want to start there.
You can.
And then I'll turn the depth down and then turn the depth back up. We'll just kind of run the depth knob real quick. it set just like that. I
Mhm.
want to go to the depth knob, turn it all the way down. Or let's turn it like 9 o'clock. I'm going to turn this off. I want to see, because once you get down past about 10 or 11, I felt like I wasn't hearing it much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to hear what it sounds like when you turn it on and off. Why? You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm trying to decide if there was subtle movement. It definitely boosted the signal a little bit.
Yeah, the signal came up.
Yeah,
It got fuller.
it did. I just wasn't sure if there was any real super slow movement under that or not. I don't know. I just was distracted by the.
But it sounded good.
It did. It's also a boost, apparently.
It sounded good.
It did.
A lot of times with tremolo pedals, when you click them on, you get that perceived volume loss because you keep dipping out of things.
Maybe they compensated for it. I don't know.
And a lot of time when we do these videos, a lot of people, one of the questions that we see pop up over time is, is there a volume boost? Or is there a volume loss with this pedal?
Right.
So we're going to answer that now.
No. Here's a boost. Increase.
Let's turn that depth up a little bit. I'm going to turn it up the whole way.
Right.
For some reason, kind of like it up the whole way. And then run the speed knob. That's always confusing, but we'll start it all the way down.
All right.
And see what happens.
It got hummingbird wings at the top there, but not quite bit crusher.
When you backed it out just a little bit, then it got back to usable.
Yeah.
I think it's really warm too.
It is. That's true. It does not sound that bright digitally sound sometimes you get. It does sound warm.
And it says it's an optical tremolo, which
the bulb must be this big.
I think now would be interesting to do bias. We've been running the bias right about 1 o'clock. So I'm going to keep depth all the way up and then take the bias down and then take the bias the whole way to the top.
Yep. That does not sound like $45 to me, quite honestly. Sounds great.
I was wondering what you were thinking.
Yeah, I'm just like, you keep turning knobs and it sounds great.
It really does.
Right.
Like, there's some tremolos that, I don't know if it's the digital thing you were talking about or it's somehow it's a dumb description to say it sounds warm. But that's those are the pedals that we both
It
always seem to like.
pulses nicely. It's rich. Like it's just full, like full and warm. It's not thin at all at any point.
Sometimes they get real thin. Sometimes they get
Yeah. We should have had this one covered as a secret. What do you think we're playing? You're getting your real honest first impressions here.
Yeah, because we just played it like for the first time. I'm just listening. Like I've heard you play tremolo a lot, and I've heard you dial in tremolo a lot, and probably not with that bias all the way up. I'm guessing if you were dialing it in, let's see how close I get.
I like it pretty pulsy. But let me slow it down just a smidge. I wondered if you still hear the guitar singing back there.
It's close.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's nice. That's with the depth all the way up too. That's
Yeah.
got extra. Yeah,
which I feel like every setting I've liked on here has been the depth's all the way up.
you want more?
But if you just wanted like that subtle movement in the background,
Yeah.
it up pretty good. Final thoughts.
I think we kind of gave a lot of them as we went there. Pleasantly surprised. I mean, we've played other budget pedals that, kind of felt like a budget pedal. This one, I think warm, full, throbby, and the fact that you can kind of get that sine wave to get to the choppa, I don't know, not a lot of downside. It's obviously a very small footprint, and it's $45. What is that? 2 cups of coffee?
There's been more expensive tremolos that I probably didn't like as much.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah, if we put a blindfold on you, you may be like, "Oh, let's keep this one."
Yeah, AB. Which one are we keeping? I probably would be.
Let's not do that.
I just tell you, because we use the Tyler amp for everything, so I know what the Tyler amp sounds like. We've used this guitar for every tremolo. I've been listening to Pat play tremolo pedals from across the stage for a long time, and okay. So downsides, let's talk cons. You're not getting a tap tempo.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like there's a little bit of a kind of one trick pony, but luckily the one trick is like the really good sound,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like it sounds really, really good on that one setting. I feel like when you start to pull the depth back a little bit, maybe it's not
as rich or robust. I hear what you're saying. Like it.
Yeah, again, go with the
to really exaggerate the effect on this sounds really good.
Right. So, for a $45 pedal, to say it's a one-trick pony, I don't think is a bad thing, because I know most of my pedals, even expensive pedals, when I find that one thing I really like about them, that's where they stay.
Yeah, we could take a Swiss Army knife and only use the one blade.
Right. So I'm saying I don't need to set up the MIDI in my Nemesis Source Audio Nemesis delay, because I have like 2 sounds in it that I use. Right. So I'm kind of blown away.
I am too, and I also know there's a whole bunch of other pedals in this series.
Right, 50.
Is that what they are?
It's really close to 50 tremolo pedals.
Well, I meant sorry, in this line.
In the
arcade.
audio. Well, yes, certainly we'd have to maybe try something else from arcade.
Yeah, but he's right. We do have 50 plus in our.
Yeah, and please, I'm hoping you could tell by our expressions and kind of our genuine surprise.
Yeah.
There's a pedal from a Chinese manufacturer that we did early on that I think if we had gotten that pedal in today, we probably wouldn't have done it.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I think I wanted to get it because it had a certain feature that I didn't have in any other pedal. And I thought, oh, this is going to be the one. No, it wasn't.
And there was, I forget what it was, for what I was going, but there was another pedal that we did get in that we spent 2 hours trying to dial in sounds and ended up not doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So there are pedals in this kind of $40 line that sometimes we're just like, no.
Right.
Hopefully you can tell by our reaction here. Mm-hmm. We're not going, hey, this $40 pedal like we have an affiliate link, and you know, we're trying to convince you that's really good. So you go make us $1 million by using an affiliate link.
We'll make
for
$1.50.
We won't be able to buy a cup of coffee,
Right.
But in all seriousness, wow, that sounds really good.
It
So
does.
could be why Zzounds is carrying them. I don't know. We'll have to check out some more.
Yeah, I agree.
So with that, hey, thanks for watching. If you take the time to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, click notification bell, whatever. Anytime you do that stuff, you interact with the channel. That's what helps us make cool relationships with people like Zzounds to be able to get cool stuff in and share with you. And we appreciate that. So with that,
I'm PJ on behalf of the Beard, reminding you, no matter what you hear, you never have too much gear. I think it's time to get to the chopper and get out.
oh yeah, we should throw some drive in front of it, right?
Like, yeah.
Let's speed up a little bit.